What's going on, guys? Nick Sakha here. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys about how to sell more home and auto insurance policies. It is the year 2022. I've been in the business for about 5 years now. We have been able to scale and grow year after year. We have scaled into 3 insurance offices effective February of 2022. And I have learned a lot about the home and auto insurance world. And so in today's video, I'm going to give you guys a bunch of tips that I have that have helped us scale over the years. And again, I am just learning. I'm just figuring this out just like all of you guys. And I just try to document the journey as I go. So I don't want to come off as I know it all, but I know that we have done some amazing things here at my agencies, and I just want to share it. So if you get some value, do me a favor, destroy that like button, subscribe for all things insurance, entrepreneurship, and self-development. Follow me on my social media platforms. Let's get started. The first thing that you need to know about selling more home and auto insurance policies is you first want to start off by looking at your activities. You want to look at how many people you're quoting in the first place. A rule that I have at my agency is that everybody needs to quote at least 10 households a day. That's not 10 quotes. I want you to quote 10 households. So really, truthfully, that should be about 20 quotes. So 10 auto, 10 home, or renters, what have you. And so by quoting more, this is truly a numbers game. I like to tell my team all the time, we're not like a real estate, we're not selling real estate where we have to bank on selling 1 or 2 homes every month or every other month to succeed. We are a volume play. We have to quote as many people as possible if we want to succeed at this. And so it's truly just a numbers game. Are you quoting 10 households a day? It's about 20 quotes. And if, depending on your company, you may be more competitive in auto or more competitive in home. It's just a numbers game. And of course, there's a lot more that meets the eye there as far as like, are they personal referrals? Are they mailers? Are they internet leads? Things like that. But obviously, you're gonna be able to close more personal referrals than internet leads because the close ratio is a little bit better. At least it is with us. But the first thing is, are you quoting enough? And so that's the first thing I want to have you look at is how many quotes are you and your team doing on a daily basis? If it is not at least, on average, my team is quoting anywhere from 10 to 15 quotes a day. Of course, I'm pushing them to get to 20. That's the first thing I will tell you guys. Now that you know that this is just strictly a numbers game, you're probably wondering, Nick, where do I quote 10 households a day? How am I going to get 10 households a day? And there's a couple different ways you can go about doing this. Number one, for our agency, internet leads have been our number one source every single month. Our lead vendors, All Web Leads and EverQuote, have really worked out for us. They might be different for you, but those two have always worked. And I spend anywhere from, when I had one agency, I spent about $3,000 a month, $3 to $4,000 a month on internet leads. When I scaled to 2 offices, I was spending anywhere from $6,000 to $7,000 a month in internet leads. Going into my 3rd office, effective February, I'm probably going to be spending anywhere from $10,000 to $12,000 a month on internet leads. And so the first thing I would tell you is internet leads have been our bread and butter. That's our number one. Our number 2 have been social media and personal referrals. I am huge on building a personal brand, putting yourself out there and not being afraid to ask for business. If somebody likes your post, send them a DM. Somebody likes your post, send them a message. Say, hey, were you just looking to support, or were you just supporting me, or would you be willing to get a quote on your insurance? I'd love to see what I can do for you, right? And that's not exactly what it says, but something along those lines. It's not being afraid to plant seeds and to ask for people's business. May I quote you, right? So social media and personal referrals, that has been our number 2 lead source since the dawn of time. And the number 3 lead source for us is partnerships, okay? Are you partnering up with other insurance offices? Are you partnering up with loan officers, loan processors, people in mortgage? Are you partnering up with car dealerships and so on and so forth? All 3 of those partnerships account for our number 3 lead source. And so that's how you can quote 10 households a day. Now, the low-hanging fruit is internet leads. You need to become really good, really fast on on your sales process, on how you're going to convert on all these internet leads? Are you building a good enough rapport? Do you have a good enough value proposition? Like, why should people do business with you versus every other insurance office? That's your sales process. That's a whole other video, which I believe I have made one, so I'll drop the link right there. So typically when I bring somebody new onto my team, I like to tell them, okay, you need to get really, really good at internet leads and fast, because that's going to be the low-hanging fruit. That's what's going to help you succeed in the short term. But in the long term, you're going to have to get really good at building partnerships, at building a personal brand, going and connecting with these other partnerships to get people to send you business and to you to send them business, okay? It's reciprocal. And so that is something that I also fund. I will give them my corporate card and say, go have at it. You know, get out the office, go and build partnerships, go do whatever you need to do to add value to these relationships, and go make some friends. Go make friends in this industry. I don't even like using partnerships as a word necessarily. Go make some friendships with people in mortgage. Go make friendships with car salesmen. Go make friendships with, other insurance offices. So that way we can, filter business to each other, okay? Because we're going to lose business. They're going to lose business. Might as well send it to us versus having them shop, right? So that is how we have improved our sales year after year in auto and home policies. The third thing that you need to do to sell more auto and home policies is to evaluate your calls, okay? Hopefully you have a phone provider that can record these phone calls and you're able to inspect what you expect, okay? If you're a producer, I would listen to my calls after every sale that I'm not able to close, okay? If you watch football, what happens after a quarterback throws an interception? They go straight to the sideline and they start reviewing the play. They try to figure out where they went wrong, and you as a salesperson need to do the same thing. You need to inspect where you screwed up on this call. Hopefully you have a sales manager or an agency owner that cares about your development, that will listen to those calls as well to figure out where you're dropping the ball, okay? So nobody, and then here's another saying I like to say, nobody sucks for no reason, okay? So when my team is struggling, there is usually a reason. It's not, oh, the internet leads suck, Nick, or we're just more expensive. That's horse droppings, okay? That is an excuse, okay? Nobody sucks for no reason. You've got to dial in and evaluate your calls to figure out where you can improve. Maybe you need to improve in the rapport building. Maybe your close isn't strong. Maybe you're just not assuming the sale. Maybe you're not even asking for the sale. That's the worst. You just gotta ask. I don't care how much more expensive you are. Ask, all right? So evaluate your calls, and again, nobody sucks for no reason. And the fourth thing is pipeline management, okay? Are you putting your leads, are you following up with them at the appropriate time? Are you checking back with these leads after maybe you have a marriage discount and you need to check back with them after they tell you they're going to get married? Or maybe there's a homeowner discount that, when they become a homeowner, we're all of a sudden more competitive. Or maybe they have an accident that's going to fall off in March of next year, and we can call them first thing to be the first ones to quote them when that accident falls off. And next thing you know, we seem like the most competitive auto rate or home rate, right? So pipeline management, how are you managing your leads, your prospects? Which folders are you putting them in? Do you have it set up automatically? Is it automated to where you know who to call, when to call, and what to discuss? Okay, so pipeline management's another key piece to your success. I like to look at every single lead as it's never a no, it's just a not right now. And if you have that mindset, you're going to be successful, because every single prospect you will be able to help at one point or another. Maybe not every prospect, okay, because I've seen some pretty bad driving records and things like that. But you will be able to help most people at some point in time, and so that's why pipeline management is a major key. So look, guys, if you stuck through this far, I really appreciate it. Drop me a comment or smash the like button if you got some value, as well as subscribe for all things entrepreneurship, self-development, and insurance. These are tips to help you sell more auto and home insurance policies. I hope you got some value. Thanks again for watching. Peace.